I'll let you say it again. It's on video. Davis, what do I do to eliminate the fractions?
Put on common denominator.
Multiply by the common denominator. That is absolutely correct. So if I'm going to multiply by the common denominator, I need everybody to put a bracket here, bracket there, and then we're going to multiply everything through by what? 6. Now, instead of putting a 6 over here on the side, I like to put a 6 next to each fraction. Now, I cannot tell you how many people struggled with these fractions still. I cannot give you a calculator unless you know how to do the fractions. So with that being said, I'm now multiplying 2/3 times 6. What is 2/3 times 6?
2. Or no, 4.
4. Thank you. If you don't know it's 4, now's the time to speak up. 6 divided by 3 is what? Times 2. 4. That's how we got that. Divide first. Next one. 6 divided by 6. 1. So it'd be 4 plus Q equals 6 divided by 6 times 5. 5Q equals, not equals, but plus. Thank you. 2. Good work. There we have it. All right. Now we're moving the Q's together and the numbers together. So on your paper, if you forgot from last year, equals, there's an equal sign. I want the variables on one side and the numbers on the other side. All right. Now, it doesn't matter if I put the variables on the right side and the numbers on the left. It doesn't matter. Thank you. It doesn't matter. Try to keep the variable positive. Try to keep the variable positive. What that means is I'm going to move the Q over with the 5Q. When I do that, the Q's stay what? Positive. So I'm going to subtract Q. Subtract Q. Now I need to move the 2 over with the 4. So how do I move a positive 2? Minus 2, minus 2. I now have 4Q equals 2. Now divide by 4 and do not tell me the answer is 2.
-2?
Definitely not -2. Somebody else. Tell them 1/2. Now, I really want your brain to just look at that and say, well, obviously that's 1/2. If you can't see that, you're just not looking at it properly. Divide by 4, divide by 4. Now, does everybody see the 2/4? 2/4 is 1/2. All right, please be careful with that. That's the most common mistake. All right, Q is equal to 1/2. That's what I want on your paper. All right, that's what I need on your paper. All right, let's continue on now with number 4. Write that out quickly. Having trouble with it? Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot. Changing colors. Okay, first step for number 4, I need to distribute. All right, so 7 equals -11 plus 3b plus 15. Everybody okay with that? What? You can distribute like that. I'm good with that. All right. Now, the next step is go ahead. Combine terms. What's -11 plus 15? 7 equals 4 plus 3b. Now I know I'm supposed to do what to both sides? Subtract 4. So everybody's smart enough to say I'm subtracting 4. What's 7 minus 4? 3. 3 equals 3b. Therefore, B equals what? 1. B equals 1.
Technically 4 when you do -11, like, plus.
You're asking me what's -11 plus 15?
I know, but like, if you're canceling out, wouldn't you do -15?
No, the next step is to combine terms. You have to hear what I'm saying. I'm combining these terms. Read this. -11 plus 15 is 4. If you want to add 11 to both sides and then subtract 15, those are just extra steps that you're taking.
Oh, is it because there's only one, like, variable?
No, listen to me. Because -11 plus 15 is equivalent to 4.
I know it's equivalent to 4, but why didn't you do that on the other?
Well, what would I combine over here, bud? Which one am I going to combine? There's nothing to combine.
What about?
You see what I'm saying? If I had this, if this was like a +7, I then would add the 2 and the 7 together. You with me? Right? Okay. Come on, stay focused. Some of you guys, I know Friday's a eternity away, but next Friday's your test on this stuff. All right? And every day we're learning something a little bit harder until then. All right? Here we go. 6. Come on now, you should be a little bit better. All right? This time we're distributing a -4. Distributing a -4. Now look at your notes and compare them to my notes and how I distributed the -4. Anybody got a problem with that? All right. Now, Anthony, we are combining terms again. This R and this -4R go together. What is R minus 4R? Close. R minus 4R is -3R. Now, this is where I briefly touched on this last year. Is it possible for 7 minus 3R to equal -3R minus 8? It's no solution. The reason why it's no solution, some of you might like it easier if you looked at it this way. Watch me, just look up. I'm going to put this over here, and that 7 is a positive. Do we agree? Now you might be able to, your eyes might be able to see it better. Is it possible for -3R plus 7 to equal -3R minus 8? No, the same number here, this quantity here, and this quantity here. All right. If I add 7 and subtract 8, there's no way it's going to be the same number. So we say this is, in fact, no solution. All right. That is no solution. All right. Now, if you want to look at it more carefully, you would say, I'm just going to add 3R to both sides. Well, then what happens to all the R's? They cancel. So you're looking at 7 equals -8. Does 7 equal -8? No, that's why it's no solution. All right, there's no way -3R plus 7 can be equal to -3R minus 8. All right, here we go. Let's check out number 8 now. So for number 8, still distributing. Everybody distribute now. Let's see what you got when you distribute. 5H minus 7 equals 5H minus 10 plus 3. Because you've been listening, you now can tell me -10 plus 3 is what? -7. 5H minus 7. When does that equal 5H minus 7? Always. This was referred to as an identity. All right. And the identity we said was all real numbers. And we had a symbol for all real numbers, R this way. That's what we did. all real numbers. 5h minus 7 always equals 5h minus 7. Come on, Zane, let him work hard. Leave him alone. All right. Anybody have any issues with that? What? No. I'm telling you, it's defined as an identity. The solution is all real numbers. All right. Otherwise, you could write the symbol. All right. But I'm trying to get you to understand 5h minus 7 is an identity. All right. Let's knock out number 10 now. All right. Everybody write out number 10. Come on now. Variables to the left, numbers to the right. So I'm moving the negative 4c over with the 7c, and I'm moving the 12 over with the 78. So how do I move a minus 4c? Add 4c plus 4c plus 4c. Now I need to move the 12. So I do what? Subtract 12. Subtract 12. 7 plus 4 today is 11c equals 66. C equals 6. Good work. Good work. Good job. Anybody have any issues with that? All right, let's knock out number 12. Same principle. Come on, everybody take a shot at it. All right, here we go. Move the 2x to the left, the negative 4 to the right. We minus 2x, minus 2x, plus 4, plus 4. 9x minus 2x is what? 7x. Cancel, cancel. 7x equals 7. Therefore, x equals 1. Anybody have any issues with that? Go.
So I just subtracted.
Well, that means the variable became negative, right?
Well,
2 minus 9 is negative 7. That's right. So I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just simply saying you made it harder by creating a bunch of negatives. Right? So you want to try to keep your variables positive. Try to keep the variables positive. All right. Everybody over here on number 14. Davis, what am I going to multiply everything through by? 6. Exactly. All right. We're going to put a bracket here, and we're multiplying everything by 6. So I'm going to put a 6 here in this corner and a 6 here in this corner. Come on, guys. What happens to the first two 6s? This 6 and this 6. What do? Cancel. I'm left with what? B minus 4 equals. What does that equal? No.
3B.
3b. Yeah, I don't understand some of you guys who don't know fractions. This is saying 6 divided by 2. What's 6 divided by 2? That's where they got that from. It's not really a big deal. A fraction bar is a division. It's just division. What?
Divided by 6. Does it matter what numerator? Like, is it just like, you know, the very different.
Yeah, it's these two numbers are being divided by 6. This number and this number being divided by 6. What? You good?
No, what do you? Oh. Yeah.
All right, now in this case, I'm moving the B over with the other B's. All right, that's what I'm doing. All right, I already have a number by itself. I want to move the B over, so I'm going to do minus B. I'm left with -4 equals
Two B's.
2B. Therefore, B equals -2 this time. All right. And the reason it's -2 this time, for some of you guys who made a mistake, divide by 2. Right? The fraction 4/2. All right, here we go. We got to keep moving. 16. Now, I tried to show you this last year, and some of you guys, I decided not to show it to you. All right, but this year you're older and wiser. So I don't want anybody to distribute the 4. Stop distributing. Instead of distributing, does everybody understand? This is 4 times that. Agreed?
Yeah.
So it'd be super easy if I just divided both sides by what? 4. Now, the reason I can do that is because I know that 8 divided by 4 is what? 2. 2 equals R plus 4. There we have it. And now we're going to, I'm isolating the R. Subtract 4. Subtract 4. Now the R is isolated. I get R equals what? -2. Molly, what?
R plus 5, then you're gonna be able to divide by 2.
No, I could divide by 4. Let me show you. Hold up. You guys, listen, boys, some of y'all are distracting me. All right, I'm nothing's funny. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to teach, and I got kids with low grades already. All right, and I'm having to explain to parents. I have conferences literally every period for the next 2 weeks because people are worried about your grade. And when I sit down at a conference, I'm letting them know you're playing around. All right, you're distracted. All right, there's seats over here. Move your seat if you want. All right, don't interrupt me. People care about their grade. You may not care about your grade, but other kids in here do. Stop distracting other people. All right, plus we have 36 problems for homework. I'm on 16. At this pace, it's going to take an hour and a half. All right, so focus. All right, now, back to Molly's question. All right, it has to do with the fact that this number here, 8, I can divide by 4. Has nothing to do with what's inside. 8 is divisible by 4, so I just divide that out. You with me? Now, some of you are like, well, I don't like that. So let me show you. I'm going to distribute. 8 equals 4R plus 16. I'm going to subtract 16 from both sides. -8 equals 4R. Divide by 4. R is still what? -2. So if you didn't like recognizing that 8 was divided by 4, just go ahead and distribute. The problem is just longer. That's all. What? I just showed you. That's exactly what I did. Right? I distributed over here. All right. This is where I used the distributive property. This is where I did not. Same answer. Doesn't matter. All right. Here we go. 16, 18. All right. Now, this one I can't divide by 5 because there's a 7 in the way and 103 is not divisible by 7. So now let's go ahead and distribute. Everybody distribute. Chop, chop. Let's go. When I distribute, 5g plus what? 40 minus 7 equals 103. Combining terms, what's 40 minus 7? 5g plus 33 equals 103. Anybody have any issues? Now look, we can all agree, subtract 33, right? 103 minus 33 is just what? 70. I'm expecting you to just write like that now. And now you're supposed to be able to 70 divided by 5 is still what? 14. Thank you for knowing that. That is correct. 14. Anybody have any issues with 18? All right, thank you. We're picking up the pace a little bit. Knocking out 20. Now I just have to distribute twice. So let's go. Chop, chop. Write it down. And then distribute twice. See if you got 9m minus 6 equals 6m plus 6. Anybody have a problem with that? Now I'm moving things around. Minus 6m minus 6m plus 6 plus 6. So that leaves me with thank you, whoever said that. 3m equals 12. And so now what? M equals 4. Anybody have any issues? All right, here we go. All right, we skipped the word problems. I'm on now 26. All right, we got a bunch of fractions now. All right, a little bit harder. Come on, let's go. I know your hand's probably cramping up. You've done so much work today. Multiply everything through by what number? 5. Thank you, whoever said that. Multiplying everything through by 5. Now, some of you still don't understand fractions, so I'm trying to, I can't pass out calculators until we know fractions. So come on, if you don't know a fraction, let's figure it out today. Multiplying by 5, put a 5 there, 5 there, 5 there, 5 there, and 5 there. Anybody have a problem with multiplying by 5 besides Molly? What? Because I want to get rid of the fractions. So it'll be still an equivalent expression, right? You have a good question, so I want you to look up here on the board. I understand what you're meaning. Everybody look up, please. I'm showing you. Does everybody agree? 1 plus 2 equals 3. Now I'm going to multiply everything through by 5. 5 plus 10 equals 15. Does everybody agree with that? Do you agree it's a different equation, but it's still true? Does everybody agree? If I multiply that by 5, it'll be a different equation, but it'll still be what? It'll still be true. And it's not going to change the value of x. Let me show you why it doesn't change the value of x for those of you guys who care. If I say x equals 3 and I multiply both sides by 5, I get 5x equals 15. Is it still the same answer? Does x still equal 3? X still equals 3. Does everybody agree with me now? All right, so that's all we're doing when we're multiplying by 5. We're changing the equation so the equation becomes easier to manage. I don't like doing the fractions. All right, so now when I multiply by 5, you should now be multiplying everything through by 5, and you should be able to look at it and say, okay, I know how to multiply by 5 and get the right answer. When I write the answer down and you don't have what I have, you need to raise your hand and say, man, I'm so sorry. I don't know how to do these fractions still, but you helped me out this last time and I'll know for good. All right, that's what the goal is. So look at your paper compared to my paper, and then you can see if you're right. 2h minus 35 equals 12h minus 10h plus 15. I multiplied each term by 5. Anybody have a problem with that? So everybody in here tell me we're good with fractions. All right, what's 12h minus 10h? Because now we're combining terms. 2h minus 35 equals 2h plus 10 or plus 15. Now I'm really hoping people can look at that and say, well, that looks a little strange to me. No solution. Thank you so much. It is no solution because 2h minus 35 can't also equal 2h plus 15. I don't want you to do any more math. I want you to look at that and say, that's not possible. A number minus 35 cannot be the same as that number plus 15. So we would say no solution. Anybody got a problem with this? All right, guys, come on. That was good. All right, if you know that, that's good. All right, here we go. Now we're going to distribute twice. What are you thinking?
Can't you do like what you did? Oh, no, you can't.
Yeah, I mean, you can technically do it, but I don't want to make it that hard. Plus, I want you to look at this and I want you to say, wow, I can do 2/3 or 12 is divisible by 3 and 12 is divisible by 8 or 18 is divisible by 3. You with me? So I know I don't have to be fancy. I know it's going to just reduce down. Distribute the 2. What do I get, guys?
8R.
8R plus 12. Thank you for those of you guys who are participating. All right. Equals. Now I'm distributing it 2/3. So when I do this, 12 divided by 3 is what? 4. 4 times 2, 8R plus. Now I'll give you one more time to check yourself. 18 times 2/3. That's embarrassing if you don't know 18 times 2/3. 12. All right. 18 divided by 3 is what? 6 times 2 is? Nice. Identity, right? So when you can say identity, you can just do this, 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 and you look smart. All right. Looks are definitely deceiving. All right. I'm pretty happy with that. Boys over there in the corner. Come on now. Like I said, some of you know your parents are coming in pretty soon. We're going to have a discussion. All right. What? If it can be divided. Parentheses. You can say that, but you're smart. All right. Don't try to remember everything. Understand it. All right. Here we go. 30. All right, people. Someone be brave. What am I multiplying by? Well, 2, listen to me. 2 is a common factor. It's not a common multiple. All right, that's what you have to be careful of.
No, 2.
12 is divisible by 12, but it's not divisible by 8. Everybody should say 24, right? Right? You're trying to find a number that's divisible by both 12 and by 8. All right, so now we've discovered it's 24. So now you're just going to put a 24 here, a 24 here, 24, and 24. All right, come on now. 1/12 of 24 is what? 2. Because we know 24 divided by 12 is 2. 2 plus, come on now, 3/8 of 24. 9. Anybody have any issue with that being 9? 9y equals, come on. What's the next one? 10 plus 15y. All right, now's the time where I'm trying to tell you it's better to move the 9 over to the right because the y value will stay what? Positive. So I want everybody to do minus 9y, minus 9y, minus 10, minus 10. So what's 2 minus 10? -8 equals 15 minus 9 is 6y. Now I'm going to divide everything through by, but I'm going to say I know how to reduce 8/6. 8/6 is 4/3, and we can't forget the what? Negative. -4/3. Now, just to show you, to make sure you're with me, all right, what I want to do is I want to divide by 6. Divide by 6. Now I'm reading that as the fraction 8/6 negative and divide by 2. Is everybody agreeing with me on that? What? Quick. Come on, I got work to do. I did not say that. I said, listen to me now. Variables on the right, numbers on the left, or the other way around. I just need the variables separated. You hear me? Variables go on one side, numbers go on the other side. You with me? All right, we're doing much better now, guys. All right, 32. All right. Now I'm just going to go ahead and distribute because everybody needs to work on their fractions. What's 3 times 1/8? Hello? 1/8 times 3. Think back to 5th grade when I taught you that. Very good. 3/8. Remember, that's just 3/1. Does 3 divide by 8? No. 3 times 1, 3. 8 times 1, 8. Now what's 1/8 times 2? 2/8, which we're going to go ahead and call 1/4. Distribute the 1/4 equals. There you have it. Now what? I need to get rid of all those fractions. So I'm going to say I'm just going to go ahead and multiply everything through by 8. Multiply everything through by 8. Which brings me to 3d minus 2 equals 2d plus 10. Now, pretty soon, I'm going to let you guys just say, well, if I move the 2d over, it's going to be what? No. If I move the 2d over, it's going to be what? 1d. If I move the -2 over, it's going to be what? Stop. If I move the -2 over here, what's it going to be? 12. Exactly. That's my answer. I can tell we're not quite there yet, but that's my goal, is for you to be able to look at these and tell me the answer. So just to make sure, -2d plus 2 plus 2. And there you have it. D equals 12. All right, here we go. Oh, we got a good decimal problem. Everyone, please listen up on the decimal. I don't like decimals either. So can someone tell me how I could get rid of this decimal? Tell them.
Make it 14 2/10.
No, even though that's not a bad thought. Yes, that's a possibility. But to me, if there's one decimal after the decimal place, all we have to do is multiply everything through by what number? Good. Whoever said 10, you are amazing. When you multiply by 10, you got to think back to 4th grade. When you multiplied by 10, you just move the decimal to the right one. So every decimal gets moved to the right one. And if everyone moves the decimal to the right one, then what happens to the decimal? They're gone, right? So now you have 142t minus 252 equals 38t plus 268. Now, it would be nice to have a calculator, but since you don't know how to do fractions very well, we're not getting them. So now I have to move the 38t. So we're going to do minus 38t minus 38t plus 252 plus 252. All right. And that gives me 104t equals, what is that? 520. And if I divide, that's 5. All right. That's why it's important to get calculators. Yeah, you're right. 1 through 36, I will be collecting tomorrow. So you have the odds. The video is posted for the odds. All right. Yes, do 36. Finish all of them, 1 through 36. If you want credit for your